Transforming Elementary Science. The purpose of this final project was to apply quantitative research knowledge to a current issue within my educational setting. Archival data coming from the Louisiana Department of Education website and East Baton Rouge Parish school system documents were acquired. Elementary science proficiency in grades 3 through 5 continue to be the lowest scoring areas. In fact, across the district, science is the lowest area of proficiency in elementary, middle, high school. This graph shows that we have got to close that gap that occurs in our district. You can see a steady increase was occurring from 2006 to 2012. The fourth grade was the year that was chosen for this document because this is the year when students must pass the high-stakes testing for the first time, or they're going to be retained for their low performance. This is the gap of the area that we need to focus on right here. We are steadily increasing in East Baton Rouge Parish, but we need to close that proficiency gap between the state and East Baton Rouge Parish, beginning in fourth grade or even earlier. So how are we going to do that? We're going to take a prescriptive approach and ask what types of teaching strategies related to reading and science instruction are used in high-performing schools? And how does district leadership ensure growth in the district's overall elementary science proficiency? It's going to be this target area right here that we're talking about that's going to be the factor in this program. This slide shows grade 3 science. As you can see in this particular graph, the purple is the Louisiana state averages and the green is the East Baton Rouge averages. Even though we are below the state average, our rate of growth is what's critical here. We outperform the state, except for a couple of dips in a few areas. We had a dip in 2008 and another dip in 2011. Once again, this data was obtained from the Louisiana Department of Education website and some East Baton Rouge Parish Public School documents relating to the changes in the state standards. The trend continues where in 4th and 5th grade sciences, we are still lagging behind the state average proficiency rate. But we're seeing steady growth in the areas here that I'm going to point out to you. This area shows an 8-point spike in 2012 just in the 4th grade. In the 5th grade, in this area, we see a slight 5-point spike, but as compared to the state's minimal 2-point growth, we are outperforming the state. What explains this growth? Well, during that 7-year trend, the district adopted a new science initiative, which included kits for all elementary levels, along with pacing guides, so the teachers could be on the same accord, so that if a student were to leave one area and go to another school, they would feel like they're not going to be losing. We have a very high mobility rate. This high mobility rate is one of the reasons why this science initiative had to be implemented. If kids were moving from school to school, we want it to be a seamless transition, and those science kits allow that to take place no matter where the students moved. So what I propose in this program is that we're going to expect our teachers to have great professional development, along with training of our future teachers, mainly in the deep immersion into informational science texts and science journaling. As we all know, Common Core Initiative is going to expect more of our teachers and our students. The rigor and the relevance will be very important. So what we're going to do is we're going to require our teachers to teach 30 minutes of science every day versus the current requirement of only 45 minutes 3 times a week. So basically, once again, what's the main point is that we're going to give them some professional development with deep immersion into the informational science text with science journaling. Research shows that the question-answer relationship used commonly with FAB4 reading strategy is highly evaluated as a program that can help students feel engaged and connected with their reading. Another use is being tested is literature circles. Here the teachers can create roles for different sets of kids, mixing in technology and requiring those kids to report out into the literary circles what they have learned from their deep immersion into those texts. The next step here is that we're going to talk about how the system can support such a change. Through partnerships with universities and chemical companies in the area, teachers who are not quite comfortable with the science content can feel more confident once those misconceptions that they've instilled in themselves about science can be switched into confidence and empowerment. We're going to do this with after-school Saturday professional development sessions where teachers can earn continuing learning units toward advanced degrees or graduate credit. We can use online mentoring and field service credits also to assist those teachers in meeting this expectation. The last 2 resources here are my personal blog and a website. Let's see if we can get to that website link. Looks like we're having a difficult time here. Let's see again.